Here's Gamer Dude 2088 with MLP deck profile. Do your thing, boss.
Alright, start off with the main. The good Pinky, which will be changed out for the new DJ Pone main when that comes out. Moving on to the deck.
Okay.
Start out, we have 3 Lily.
Okay.
3 Lily, because this is one of the main cards of the deck, is a must to have because she gets that extra power when she's played. Then we have 3 Penny Lane, which is the other card that is very important in this deck, just like Lily, because she can get those high costs back.
Staples.
Oh yeah, definitely staples. Because these 2 cards combo well with this card, which I will get to later.
All right.
And I'll play 2 cheese sandwich. The 2 cheese sandwich is there because of Ballroom Blitz, specifically Flutter Guide, because it kills exhausted friends and, Cloud Chasers, F-Stops, and all team organizers all die to this card. But it's mainly there to stop Flutter Guide, hopefully being able to get it in play either beforehand or like right after, because once Flutter Guide gets into play, it's kind of hard to stop it, especially on turn 3. Haven't got a chance to play test this build with 2 cheese sandwich yet, but I like to see how that works out. Then we have 2 snips and snails. It changes the problem, and I played 2 and not 3 because of the lack of room in this deck. I mean, just trying to find a room just for the second cheese sandwich was pretty difficult. I probably took out the other snips, but I've done a lot of changes since the very first build, rather. Then I have 2 DJ Pone.
That's a cool looking poem.
Every pony shuffling. But this one, I'm planning to disrupt the opponent's hand early game or late game, whatever pretty much comes first. It has been a dead card so far. I'm hoping that it'll be good, but I'm probably going to end up taking it out. Now I'll play 2 Globetrotter, because Globetrotter is a thing since Pump is a thing. And it gives you those extra cards in your hand because Pink loves to give you cards, not just kill shit. And by getting those extra 2 cards from Globetrotter, it's excellent. And then you only need 1 pink in play just to be able to get it out. So it's a good early game card to play. And then the last pink, but not least, Responsibility Pie. Now, in the Michigan meta, I have to say, Responsibility Pie is a card that's really not played as much anymore because the cost of 4 is high, but since you're doing Penny Lane shenanigans, this is perfect. Kill the card, get your little 2 power for whatever turn you need the 2 power for, and then Penny Lane it to get that 4 back. So it's like getting one action back, but I mean, since you're getting the whole 4, it's a lot more you'll be able to do coming your next turn.
All right.
Then we have 1 Sad Warfare. I would like to play this at 2. I have to find room to play this at 2 because of its ability to give you that +2 power, which will help you confront on problems or give you extra power to the end of that turn just so you can overpower your opponent in a face-off if necessary. Now we have 1 Nest Weaver. Leaving the Nest Weaver at 1 might take it out, but it's generally just for those late game plays where I need to get stuff back, possibly Who's, or maybe I need Penny Lane if Penny Lane is no longer in play, or stuff like that. Maybe a Lily or whatever I might need to get back into my hand. And got 1 action shot. I took out the second action shot for the Nest Weaver just because action shot is good, but a lot of times it's a dead card in my hand because that 4 cost is very hefty. It's very hard to to play a card that costs 4, even though it is good, it can cause early confronting and wins and face-offs if played correctly. So I think it's better tech deck 1 than 2 for this specific build.
Because it could clog the hand, possibly.
Yeah, it clogs the hand, and then it's like a lot of cards, especially with that and the DJ pawn in my hand. It's like, all right, I want to play both these cards, but I need something out now, and I just can't do it. So it's just like something. I have 1 Sapphire Shores just to make those early white requirements, pretty much, along with 2 Sugar Twists to get those same requirements, mostly just so I can play the most important card out of all of the white, RTO, because people hate RTO and RTO wins games, and there's no reason to play less than 3 of these anyway, because this card is freaking OP. And the most important card out of the whole deck that gives all of the acceleration, Doctor Who's Unblinking. Now this card is important to the whole build, going along with Penny Lane and Lily. Like first hand with Who's, Penny, and Lily in my hand, and possibly Changeling Infiltrator. Those cards in my hand is a good hand, no matter what the other cards may be, just because I'm able to get Hoove shenanigans to get up and play early. Bad hand is having 2 Hooves in the hand. You only want 1 because you want to be able to ditch the one to bring out another, so you can ditch the other to bring out the last one. And then later on in the game, recycle with this card. But with Penny, you getting this 5 cost put to your action total. So like turn 2, that's 7 action tokens on your turn just with this 1 card, and that's big to have early game. And with Lily, that's since it has 4 power, that's, and Lily's 2, that's 6 power on the problem, so you can confront your opponent's problem early game if you don't meet color requirement with white. And that's what this card pretty much does for this deck. Now for the other blue card, because it really doesn't play blue, it's just it happens, and the most staple of all staples, Cloud Chaser. Because who doesn't want to exhaust Cloud Chaser and play everything for free?
For free? What do you mean?
Everything.
For everything. Play all this for free.
Yeah, pretty much. Now let's move on to the events.
Okay.
I got 3 downright dangers. Because even though this card's not necessarily needed, it's RTO is a thing. Like other people play RTO, other people play other things that is kind of devastating, and that can be a problem. So you must kill, and pink kills, so why not kill? I was playing it at 2, but had to make room. More so just because of the 5 power, and it's excellent on a flip. And this deck really doesn't have that high of a flip ratio, so I was trying to get myself more events to have 5 power so I can flip. And then visions. 3 visions, because if you flip visions, that's a 5, and if you play visions, that's a 5. So you can't really lose with visions in your hand or on the top of your deck. And that's a must to play at 3. It's like trying to play Critter Cavalry at 2. It's like, why would you play less than 3? The card wins face-offs. And then the last pink. Let's get this party started. Still don't like the name of that card just because it's a very elongated name. But anyway, I like starting parties. So, and playing this and then playing another one and possibly drawing the last one and then playing that one all in one turn can cause lots of Hooves shenanigans. early, quick, and it's like you pretty much get all those action tokens back. But being able to draw nine cards in one turn.
Yeah, that's pretty consistent.
Yeah, it goes through your deck, and then I mean with the last cards that I'll be showing, you get everything back, so it's like OP. And then the last event, stand still. Stand still because if you're playing white, you play stand still. You don't want your opponent's main to confront that problem. You don't want your opponent to RTO you. You don't want your opponent to move anything for that matter. So, you stand still everything because you can and because you must and because you will. And the last 3 cards, which I'm still looking for 2 more. Changeling Infiltrator. Because once you run out of hooves, that means your deck goes back to being slow. And Changeling Infiltrator ends all of that by being able to be played and returning everything back. It does kind of help your opponent, especially late game. But it still gives you that opportunity to make those same plays you made earlier in the game over again. And being able to just consistently drop through your cards, it's like it's a must in this deck. It's a must have. Just for this deck specifically, it's a must to have this card in there. But that's the deck. That's the main deck. Let's go to the problem deck. And I'm still not exactly sure what I'm going to do specifically for the problem deck. But we got your basic starting problem because you want to be able to just get things going quickly as possible. Then you have your cheering up a friend. We got Mini Mean Pants, and I believe I'm playing 2 of these because you draw. Who cares if your opponent draws a card? You draw a card because your deck does nothing but draw. Then Goof Off. Another starting problem, just in case if you need that goof off play and you goofing off. Guess it all depends on what your opponent's playing and what their starting problem may be. Then my pinky sense is tingling. It definitely sounded like I read that one.
You ain't never played that card.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I played this. One other problem. Yeah, I played this. It doesn't come up quite often. And it got that 2 bonus, so it kind of helps RTO out a little bit. I mean, this problem deck doesn't necessarily coincide with RTO at its full potential, but it does help. And an RTO candidate, Pony Nat. Because of that 3 bonus, that's just why it's in here. And it does kind of slow down the opponent. They can't really confront this problem without having to frighten their friend. So it kind of hurts them a bit. I mean, it hurts you, but if your opponent can't do anything, like if your opponent plays villains and they play something like Alizotto, they kind of hurt themselves putting Alizotto on their problem, and this is the only problem that can be confronted. And if you have the upper hand, it really hurts them big time. And I played 2 of these. Yes, 2. And then a Stitch in Time because of the 3 bonus, of course. And I believe that's what the last card is too. Who is that? Gaddy Gomes.
Like, come on, man. You need to know what these cards are.
I know, right? I don't know what these cards' names are, and that's terrible. But they're all in here because of the 3 bonus. And when you get that 3 bonus, it does stuff for RTO and you win games fast because winning games fast is what you want to do.
You sure it ain't no special effect under the cards?
I mean, it does have its ability, which is kind of null and void because you're probably not going to have 3 white friends at a problem. You don't care to have 3 white friends at a problem.
White friends are good people.
Yeah, they are. But you don't care to have them at this problem. You just care to keep stealing this bonus as much as you can until you win the game. That's the deck, and I hope you like it. If you didn't, give it a dislike because likes are awesome. If you do like it, give it a thumbs up because real likes are awesome too.
Yeah.
And most importantly, leave comments because I definitely would like to know what people think of this build versus their build versus a build that they can have better. Put a link from Ponyhead of a better build that you might think of in the description box below.
Yep. Feedback is always welcome.
Thank you. And shout out to my buddy Frost for doing the camera right now for me because doing deck profiles and being the cameraman myself sucks. And also, subscribe because without you guys, there's no me. And I need you guys. Very much so. Thank you.
All right. Over and out.